Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Very excited today. Very excited. I got the green screen. You'll be seeing me in just a second. But also, I know tentatively I had said we're going to do some XCOM Chimera Squad. But I think instead I want to do this because I think this will be interesting. We're going to do some flashing lights, okay? Kind of a little bit of a janky game. And we're going to play as an EMT, right? And I'm going to realistically play as if I'm running these calls in real life, go through the process. We're just going to be playing single player. I don't really want to add other people to this, so we'll be doing that, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be interesting for to kind of explain how we work on the ambulance in real life, and you guys can kind of watch and see what you think, and maybe if you guys like this, we can do this more in the future. Otherwise, we'll just keep playing with the regular games that we have. So. And here is me in the green screen. And you might be like, well, Knight, you're already such a badass. Why do you need a green screen? And obviously it's because I want to be more of a badass. So why not join the club and have the green screen? Am I right? Yeah, I know. It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, we're gonna just do single player for now. And I don't know, what's the max I can turn this up to? Can this up to like 20 or something? 30? 20 is the max, right? Max peds, 12. Park vehicle density, high. We're going to put everything high. Alright. Time, day, night, fuel consumption. Oh, they didn't know that before. Okay, we'll do low. Just to see how that goes, so. Alright, let's give it a shot. So, like I said, I'll be walking through as if I'm actually running these calls in real life. And obviously, it's a little bit different, so first off, in this game, you don't have a partner, which in real life you would have a partner. So I'll just do the best that I can as walking through with just me, and also they only have a few calls for the ambulance, but I'll kind of go through my thought process, what I do in the beginning, and obviously you're playing as a paramedic, so it might be a little bit different than in real life. But like I said, we'll talk through it and we'll see how it goes. So do a little bit of customization. Oh yeah, look at that. Look like a badass. Ooh, even have a mask. Oh yeah. 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 That's realistic, having a mask, right? Alright. And I'm loving the green screen. Got like a little bit of a top left corner. Seems like a little bit of something, but might be a little bit better than the day. It's nighttime right now, obviously, so I just have some lights gonna light it up, but looks like once I actually play the game, that'll go away. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so straight away, we do have a vehicle incident. We could respond to that. So basically, we'll say yes. We'll get going, whatever. But in real life, we'd probably be. You have two different things you could do. You could either be posted or you could have a station. Depending on what ambulance company you work for. So let's say we were posting at the hospital here. We have access to some snacks and stuff which we like. So it looks like this is on the highway. So we're gonna take the highway. All right, gonna start up here, and let's go. So probably wouldn't turn on my lights until I got out of the hospital. Not really any need to do that. And the driving's a little bit janky in this. So, all right, lights and sirens. So always try to drive on the left side of the road. I drive in real life, and it's green, so I'd just be going. And I have to remember. So this dude is not pulling over. Which in real life, how do I switch the siren tone? Come on, pull over. Okay, obviously, straight away, this dude is an idiot. There we go. Obviously, in real life, please pull over to the right. That's how you should do this. So, but we'll pass this guy because he's not getting over to the right. Turn on my we have blinkers. Okay. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. I haven't played it since they've updated a little bit, so hopefully they add some new calls and stuff. Alright, going. So in real life, we don't have a speed limit, at least not in Colorado, when you're driving lights and sirens. So we can pretty much go as fast as we want, as long as we drive safely, which is called with due regard. And I'll show you, hopefully we get, something in the city, and I can show you kind of how to drive, intersections and stuff. Alright, This is like drivers in real life, honestly. They don't know how to freaking drive. Come on. Come on. So instantly, immersion a little bit ruined by the crappy driving in this game, but that's alright. What are you gonna do? Alright. Just keep driving, just keep driving. And yeah, a lot of highway driving in this game. And this ambulance is pretty much as fast as an ambulance is in real life. It's pretty slow. As you see, I'm going off the road a little bit, so a little bit hard to control. Alright, let's see who is on scene here. So now I turn off my siren, so I just keep my lights on. There's no need to have a siren, and that dude's just passing us like a dummy. So in real life, this is pretty much how a setup would be, actually. You have the fire truck blocking in the back, you have the car wreck, and then you have the police car would probably be in the back blocking too. So we are going to park right in front. That's where the ambulance will park. I think there's a way to turn on the parking brake, but I have no idea. And probably just, we'd leave the ambulance on in real life, so. Alright, so we're going to grab our kit from the back here. So let's see what we got here. We got fracture kit, medic bag, stretcher. I'm just seeing what we got real quick. Defib, fire extinguisher, traffic cones. We don't have to set traffic cones because we have somebody blocking. So we'll just grab the medic bag and we'll go see what's going on here. So it looks like we have multiple patients here, so if we could get an extra ambulance, that would be ideal. But since we're just playing single player, we're gonna have to transport all these patients. So, all right, let's inspect the patient. We would do this in real life, especially if they're unconscious. Oh, did they give like details? Pulse found, breathing, pulse found, conscious, possible neck injury. Okay. So in real life, if somebody has a neck injury, and especially if they're unconscious like this, we're gonna be putting a C collar on them, which is like that collar that everybody hates. Nobody likes the collar. But unfortunately, I don't think. Oh, they do have a neck collar in this. All right, yeah. So there we go. Request transport. Grab. Okay. I kind of want to keep checking her out though. We could take the clothes off, which we would do in real life, but we'd probably wait till we get into the ambulance, because we want to visualize all of the injuries in real life. This game only lets you really declothe them if you're gonna do CPR, which is not completely accurate, but. And it doesn't look like we need a bench. Oh, we could request transport for them. Alright, we're going to request transport because we have 3 patients here. Alright, let's grab the medic bag. Let's go to the next patient. We'll transport one of these people. But this firefighter, the firefighters would be extricating. Looks like they already have them extricated. We're a little bit late to the scene, so. Let's see what they got. Possible neck injuries. We're going to have to put a neck brace on this patient as well. Got pulses. Did it say pulses on the body? Okay, in real life, you're not checking pulses on the body. You would be checking the brachial and the pedal pulses, and that's about it. Yeah, so neck collar, got it. And we will also get transport for this patient. That's nice they had it because they. Where's the ambulance? Where's the other ambulance? I just heard them coming out. Is that the ambulance? Oh, it's back there. Okay. Good. Well, we can get transferred for this patient. So this patient will be ours. We'll do a quick inspection. We'll see possible neck injury again. So this is pretty common. Any time in a car crash, we're going to be really concerned about the neck because that can cause paralysis and cause a lot of long-term effects. So obviously, this is probably a regular call right here. We would if a car wreck like this, they're all unconscious. We're definitely going to be doing neck collars. All right, we'll transport this patient to the hospital, and I'd like to take a set of vitals. I don't know if it's gonna let me do that though, without putting a defib on them, which is not necessarily true, but we'll grab a stretcher. Stretcher is in real life a 2-person device. You'd have 2 people on a stretcher. There's stretcher, you would definitely not have a patient and have 1 person doing the stretcher. It's always 2 people just for safety because 1 person's the gas and 1 person's the steering. Oh, actually, we have another patient here. Oh, shoot. Okay, we need to inspect that patient too. We'll take this patient, we'll request an ambulance for the other one. There we go. You can stay there for now, but we have another patient here. I realize there's a whole nother car here. This person might need CPR. Also, in real life. No, not breathing, no pulse, unconscious. This person didn't need CPR. This is the patient we should have taken, honestly. Just so you know, in real life, you are very, very unlikely to survive in a car wreck after going into cardiac arrest. It's just blunt trauma. Oh wait, hold on. What was that? Possible bone fracture. Okay. Take the clothes off. We start performing CPR straight away. We'll go get the monitor and put the defib pads on him. But in real life, you want to start compressions as quickly as possible. So we're going to get a few compressions in here. Okay. Use defib. Yeah. All right, I know what I'm doing. You don't need to give me a tutorial. So let's grab the defib. I guess there's some technical. And let's hook her up. All right, so let's put the leads on. So, and yep, get the 4 lead. I guess 3 lead here. So that'd be V. A little bit. I think it's V TAC. No, it's V fib. They're V fib right now, I believe. That's more of an ALS paramedic skill than an EMT, but you can definitely tell that that's not a normal rhythm. So we are definitely going to be shocking with that one. So we're going to shock. Clear. Still not with us. Still in V fib, I believe is what that is. So I want us to use the fracture kit. You know, honestly, I would not even be worried about the fracture kit. I'm worried about getting this person alive. Like the broken bone, who cares? You're dead. This person's dead. So we'll just try and get them back to life first before we worry about dealing with that. So in real life, we do CPR for 30 minutes. We do this check my thumb. Before we give up CPR. But like I said, somebody in a car wreck, we don't know how long they've been down. We might not even do CPR on this patient, honestly. It depends. Because they're probably not going to make it. Their heart's probably crushed when they got in this car crash. So, alright, but we're going to do a couple rounds of CPR. We'll do like 5 rounds of CPR. And then we'll probably call it, like this patient would be a DOA. Patient's like, if we don't get anything back, like we're not even going to transport, they would be dead in real life. And we would just get, the morgue would just come pick them up. We would not even be dealing with this. The police would do an investigation and all that good stuff. So, all right, we'll do 2 more rounds of CPR. Like I said, in real life we do about 30 minutes. Also, the volunteer company I work with, we have an automatic CPR device, so we would put that on to do the compressions. I know we have our patient in the back of our ambulance, and she's in pretty minor condition. But this patient, we're trying to bring back to life. So we'll do 1 more round of CPR, and then we'll call it. We'd call this patient a DOA. But this game is going to make us transport, which is not super realistic, but that's okay. We're getting as close as we can here, and we'll stabilize the bone fracture, but not that it matters, because this patient's dead. Alright. I guess the bone fracture, if she's bleeding, it's hard to tell in this game, but if, no, it's bandage. You want fracture? If they're bleeding out a lot, obviously we need to control the bleeding. If you're just doing CPR and they have an open wound, you're just going to be splurting blood everywhere, so. Alright, here, we'll do the fracture kit. We'll do what this mission wants us to do, but even though it's not super real. Alright, I can fracture. Probably her, it could be a radius or ulna, or it could be also her elbow is broken there. Or her, yeah, it's been a while since I've used these terms. I can't think what the humerus, or it could be her humerus. Alright, so let's just check the monitor. Let's just check the EKG real quick. Yeah, she's still dead. So in real life, we'd leave everything on her. The morgue would come, do an investigation, and transport her. So this patient, we could still get back. Like, they're still in VFib. They're not dead. In real life, well, I mean, they are dead, but that rhythm is a shockable rhythm. So we could get them back in real life still. Like, they still have a chance of survival. So if we saw this rhythm in real life, we'd still be doing CPR. Like, we could still get them back at this point. They're not asystole, which is flatline. So if they're flatline in real life, okay, the medical shows get this completely wrong. If they're flatline and there is no pulse, you cannot bring them back. They're dead. There's no coming back. But this rhythm is one that you could come back from. And we could keep shocking. couple rounds, extra rounds of CPR to see if we can get this lady back, but I highly doubt we're going to. So, just because of how this game's mechanics work. But yeah, like I said, in real life, flatline. Don't trust the medical shows. They're dead. They're not. They're not coming back. If you see a rhythm like this, they can come back. And we're not going to get her back, so we'll pack up our stuff and we'll call an ambulance to transport. All right, there we go. Grab our medic bag and we'll request transport. All right, request transport. All right, and let's grab our medic bag and we'll let the other ambulance come deal with that, and we're gonna load and go. Because we have a patient 2, not super critical, just possible neck injury. Not sure why he's unconscious though. So an unconscious patient like this, it's hard to know without seeing their vitals. I don't know what their vitals are right now. So if they had unstable vitals, we'd probably be going emergent. Right now we don't know why they're unconscious. They have a neck injury, so we're going to go emergent. And that's going to be, yeah. That other ambulance should take care of that other patient. We'll go to the hospital, drop them off, and we'll be ready to respond to our next call. Sorry, I keep looking over, and it's kind of messing up my driving a little bit, but obviously in real life, I'm not this bad of a driver. I do stay in the left lane, pretty well controlled, so. 86, that's about how fast an ambulance will go in real life, so. Ambulances are really not that fast. I think the fastest I've ever gotten an ambulance is 95, and that was going down a very steep hill. Ambulances are not fast, they're very heavy, so. Alright. Oh, what are you doing? Get out of the way. Okay. That's kind of okay. Also, we have 3 different siren tones in real life, so we have wail, which is kind of like your main tone, which is like your kind of short range, like your normal, what you'd associate with an ambulance tone. Then you have yelp, which is kind of your longer range. I might have gotten this backwards, but it's kind of like your longer range. So, as you see, intersection, come to a complete stop, clear the intersection, make sure everybody stops, and then go. And then we have phaser, which I love phaser. Phaser is my favorite of all time. Basically, phaser it just is like really fast, like sounds like you're on a Star Trek spaceship, just shooting the cars in front of you. I love that sound. Oh man, it's so good. All right, we can turn off the engine now that we're at the hospital, because we probably wouldn't real life. The hospital, usually they don't want you getting exhaust fumes in the thing today, so. All right, and let's go. All right, patient, go in. So in real life, we take the patient in. This lady is missing some very crucial parts. She only has legs. That's not everything else to give her, but we would do a handoff. So we'd go in, we would explain what happened. We'd be like, patient was involved in a 4-car pileup, unknown speeds, but on the highway, probably going about 75 miles per hour. Give us their vitals. We don't know any medical history on this patient. We have no idea because they're unconscious. So we wouldn't be able to give any of that. We don't have no name. We don't have any of that. So we just give as much info as we can. I kind of want to know where the gas station is. I have not dealt with gas in this game, so I don't know where to go. So vehicle incident, driver trapped. So that's a different one, I believe. There's a lot of vehicle incidents in this one, so alright, we'll respond to that. On the blinker, yeah, I should be using my blinker too. I'm bad about that in real life, honestly. Even when you're driving emergent, you should be using the blinker, so I should turn on the blinker, change lanes, and all that stuff. And I'm honestly the worst at that because I'm too busy driving and focusing. I'm not real worried about using my blinker. People should be pulling over to the right anyway, so it shouldn't matter. It does help at intersections, though, so people can see if I'm going to turn left or right or whatnot. Alright, and on the highway, we need to slow down a little bit. We don't want to go flying off in real life. Driving with due regard is what it says in the Colorado law, so you have to drive with safety of others in mind and yourself. Okay, turn off the siren and just have the lights on. So, fire and police are already blocking but there's nobody blocking the other side. We got these 2 lanes of travel blocked, but we don't have this lane, so I'm gonna block this lane because that's what I do in real life. Although now I can't get out of the ambulance. This is kind of a bad intersection, hard intersection to do here. So there we go. Can leave the ambulance running. Let's grab the med kit. I think fire has already extricated this patient, so we can do that. Yeah, I would be down to play fire too. I don't know as much about fire, but I know the basics. So looks like they already got the door chopped open with the jaws of life. Looks like they're talking to the other driver. So in real life, when there's 2 of us, one of us would go check out this person in the car. One of us will go talk to this person, make sure they're not injured, because we don't trust police officers to be like, oh yeah, this patient's fine. Police medicals training is okay. I'll just give them that. Okay, they got a pulse, they're breathing, they're conscious. Okay, they are conscious. I don't know if the last person was unconscious or conscious thought, but not talking. Possible neck injury, so again, we're going to put on the C-collar. This is what we call it. They have pulses everywhere. Honestly, I don't even need to finish this now. If they have pulses, I mean, we'd go a little more depth, okay? So we'd find pulses in real life, and then we would, what am I trying to say? We would check that they have regular sensation. Can I not get a set of vitals? Like, what? I guess I can't. Image? I don't need any of this stuff, so. We check that they have normal sensation, and we check that, they can move everything, yeah, just make sure. Well, we check CMS, which is circulation, right? So make sure they have a pulse. That's a pulse. Sensation that they can feel, and then motor function, which is that they can move everything just fine, and that it's equal. If one side's weak, that's not good either. So, all right, so let's get the stretcher. So I might have jumped on that last patient if they were conscious and I just didn't notice. So this patient's conscious, might have a possible neck injury. I mean, we can't see the vitals. Vitals is a huge part of what we do, and this game does not incorporate vitals, which is, pretty disappointing because you could say it's a vital part of our job. Am I right? So this patient, we honestly don't need to go emergent. They're conscious. They might have a neck injury, but nothing that's gonna be traumatizing right now. That dude needs to chill. In real life, we would not shut down the whole road like this. You need some flow of traffic. So this is a very bad way. The cop should be behind where we're at now, and just blocking the ways coming in and out, and then somebody directing traffic. Also, I'm very close to hitting that person, which I'm glad I did not hit that person. So yeah, we'll take them back non-emergent, take them back routine. So in real life, we'd call that the code. Well, this is saying code 3, but yeah, it would be code 2. Is what we refer to it as in real life. So yeah. It takes my brain a moment to think sometimes, so. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful driving. Look, I'll use my blinker. Driving, honestly, I'm not too worried about driving. Driving's like the least interesting part of this job is driving. Which is funny because that's like what I do. Like 60% of the time I drive. We switch off most calls, but some calls only the paramedic can take, so I can't take every call. Because the difference between an EMT and a paramedic. Paramedic can give like cardiac drugs, so if you're having heart problems, they just have a lot more drugs than give. They can give painkillers, they can give fentanyl, ketamine, just like stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of extra stuff that I can't give. Although Colorado, the scope for an EMT is crazy in Colorado. It has the highest scope for an EMT, I think, in the country, which is crazy. Yeah, we'll take this patient in, give our handoff, and be good to go. I'll try to incorporate like radio traffic, like what I'd say in real life for radio for the next call. We're at the hospital. We just cleared. We'll see if our call comes in right away or not. Then we can kind of go from there. All right, let's get back in the bus. We call it a bus in real life. Occasionally, we usually don't call it an ambulance. We call it a bus. I don't know where that comes from. I have no idea, but we do. Also, it's the stretcher, the pram, the cot. Everything has like 10 names. We have something called a mega mover, which is like a giant tarp we use. That car's illegally parked. Unconscious person. All right, that could be good. All right, so dispatch. They're gonna tell us where we're going. They're gonna give us an address, which is right around the corner. But I'd be like, all right, this is unit. So they have a unit number. Unit whatever. We are 10-8 to this call, right? So it says code 3, so we're gonna go code 3. Gotta stop. Change my siren tone. Clear the intersection. That's not as smooth as it could be. Be a little bit smoother in real life. Turn off my blinker. And turn on my blinker here. Go on the left side of the left lane here. Make sure everybody's stopped, and then go. So we see the unconscious person here. Honestly, I guess in real life we could park here, we could block the street, we could kind of do whatever. I'd probably still leave the lights on just so people know that we're in an emergency and not to block us, because I have had people block us when we're on scene, and that's not good for anybody. Alright, so let's see what's going on with this person. In real life, I'd be like, I'd be doing my assessment, and I'd be talking with this lady and being like, hey, what happened? Did they feel dizzy? Did they just faint? Like, did they complain of anything beforehand? Are they diabetic? Like, what's their medical history? All that good stuff. So we'll inspect the patient first. This is a trauma assessment, so not breathing, no pulse, unconscious. So I assume this is not trauma, unless they got hit by this car. Oh, I think, actually, so this lady might have been driving the car, because they do have a fracture, so... in cardiac arrest, again, this is blunt trauma. Pretty unlikely that we'd get this person back in real life. Usually if it's medical related and not trauma related, we're more likely to get them back. But you never know. So we'll take the clothes off. So we probably perform a little bit of CPR first and then get the clothes off, because we don't need the clothes off until we are doing the monitor and putting the shock pads on them. But alright, so let's do this. So also in real life, when you're doing CPR, we have something called a BVM, which stands for bag valve mask. And that basically helps us breathe for this person because they're not breathing. So we'd be doing compressions while my partner would be breathing for them. So, which this game does not also implement. So, where are those? Why is the EKG under the car? Okay, so this patient is in normal sinus tach, so that's a normal rhythm. So, they didn't have a pulse. We have managed to get them back with just compressions, which could happen in real life. It could. It's pretty unlikely, but it has happened. So, I mean, this patient didn't have a pulse, and now they have a pulse, so they're alive. So we can put that away. No need to shock or do any more CPR because we got them back with just compressions, which is pretty unlikely, like I said, but maybe. I keep wanting to use this, but I guess we need the fracture kit. We don't really have a fracture kit for an arm. I guess we could use like a vacuum splint in real life to help stabilize an arm, but realistically, we're probably just gonna bandage it. We might put like a board or something to keep it straight. I don't know if this patient's unconscious or conscious yet. I don't remember what it's. I mean, they're probably conscious now because we've done CPR and we got them back. So we could just tell them if they think it hurts a lot, we'd ask them where it feels the best, and then we'd bandage it in place as best we could. Fracture kit, I don't know. We carry like a splint for their legs, but we don't carry just a straight fracture kit like this has. Let me just double check and see if I need to bandage anything. No. Okay. Nope, don't need to. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking a lot and I'm not remembering what the assessment was, so that's just what's gonna happen probably. I'm talking, so I'm trying to pay attention and not going super well. Okay. So this patient, anybody who's been in a cardiac arrest has a huge risk of going back into cardiac arrest. So we want to get them to the hospital to be observed, and just to make sure they don't go back in cardiac arrest. But we have them back. They have a normal rhythm. I assume they probably have stable vitals. So we would be going code 2, So I'd be saying, I forgot the radio traffic, so I'd say, on scene, it would be 1023, and now we're 1097, code 2 to whatever the hospital name is. That's how we'd say radio traffic was. At least at the company I work with, different companies say it different ways, okay? So don't quote me on how I'm saying radio traffic. If you go to, a lot of companies don't use 10 codes anymore. My company still does. It's very old school. A lot of companies, my volunteer company uses plain language. So we just say transporting one patient, non-emergent, to whatever hospital, and then the mileage, because mileage is for billing purposes. I hate having to do that. It's so dumb, but we can wait at this light. Not real worried about waiting at the light, but whatever. This dude is taking up a whole bunch of the lane. And we're back at the hospital. I'd be interested in playing police too in this game. This game is it's pretty fun. Like I said, it's not super accurate, but for a video game, it's not actually that in-depth. Like, there's not very many EMS games out there, so you can't really give it a bunch of crap for it. Okay, and go in, give our handoff, be like, hey, we found this patient unconscious, unknown. Well, actually, we do know what the etiology is. The etiology is they got hit by a car. That's what caused them to go into cardiac arrest. They have a fracture somewhere in their right arm. We don't know where because this game's not specific enough. And last set of vital signs, we give them a slip of the EKG, be like, hey, we did CPR, got them back. They have ROSC, which is return spontaneous circulation. It means basically their heart started beating again. So yeah, and that's that call taken care of. And then we'd say, tell them clear. Do you want to respond to a vehicle incident? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna see what other call types they have in here. I don't know if they have a lot more to offer, but we'll see what else pops up. Vehicle incidents, I'm not too worried about. One of the things they don't have in this game is interviews, and I don't think you don't really have a lot of conscious patients, so that's probably why. But if they had conscious patients, we're in real life, we're asking them sample questions, which is what SAMPLE stands for is signs and symptoms. So what have they experienced? What caused them to do this? All right, we can respond to this vehicle incident. What allergies they have. We want to be able to tell the hospital what allergies they have. So in real life, you could do this. You probably would not jump the curb, but I'm going to do it because I could if I wanted to in real life, but I've heard of people getting stuck doing that. So this person needs to get out of the way. What is saying? Sample. Medications. What medications they take. P is for... what does P stand for again? I'm just so used to just having a rhythm. It's been a while since I've been to EMT school, so I don't remember what everything stands for. Pertinent history. Sample. L is last oral intakes, last time they ate or drank anything, gets any surgery. And E is the event. What happened? What led this to happen? Or whatever. What was the onset of their chest pain? Like, when did it happen? All that good stuff. And then also we're asking OPQRST, which is another abbreviation. If you didn't know, the medical field has a fuck ton of abbreviations. So, OPQRST is onset, so when did this start happening? So if I have a chest pain, I want to know, the biggest one you want to know time for is stroke, okay? The stroke, it can start leading to brain damage very quickly. So you're like, this started happening an hour ago, they are probably already after brain damage, and that's probably is a smaller clot. If you have a real stroke, you need to get to the hospital as quick as humanly possible. P is provocation. Does moving make your pain any worse or less worse? Q is quality. How would you describe the pain? Is it a sharp pain? Is it dull pain? Aching pain? Just describe what it is. R is radiation. So does the pain start in your chest and radiate somewhere? A place that pain radiates a lot, it starts in the chest and it radiates to the jaw. And that's actually a huge indicator for a heart attack. QRS is severity. So that's when in the hospital, if you go to the hospital, they're like, hey, what is your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? And that's more of us asking for the hospital or if the medic's going to give any painkillers. And then T is, sorry, I messed up. T is time. O is onset. Um, I'm trying to learn. I don't remember quite what the difference is between those, but anyway, we got an unconscious person here. We got another blunt trauma. Trauma is honestly one of the most routine calls. It's an EMT call. I can do it as an EMT. I can run a trauma and take them to the hospital, and they'll probably be fine. So they're breathing, they have a pulse, they're unconscious. So they do not need CPR because they have a pulse and they're breathing. But they are unconscious. We don't know why. They could have hit their head, you know. They just have a lot of pain. They could be in a lot of pain because they have a bone fracture. Maybe in their humerus. We don't know what bone it's in. Femur fractures are most likely. Femur fracture is the most severe pain you'll have in your life, I've heard. I haven't used it, so I don't need to use a defib because I know. I mean, I guess I could check the heart rate. I guess for vitals' sakes, but I know they have a pulse, so I'm not really worried about doing CPR. So honestly, I would not be looking at an EKG on this patient until I got on in the ambulance. For a trauma patient, I probably I think close. How do I drop this? I don't know how to drop this, so I don't. Can I drop this? Okay, I don't know how to drop this, so for a trauma in real life, you're not going to be doing an EKG. It's not going to happen. There's no need to. We know the cause is trauma. If they're unconscious, maybe just to be safe, we might do one. Sorry, I'm talking. I'm not paying attention to what I'm grabbing from the. Okay. But I guess we have other tools to check a heart rate. This is telling us to check the heart rate. We have a pulse ox that tells us the heart rate. So there's no need to do an EKG to figure out what their heart rate is. But look at this heart rate. So how you figure that out is you count how many beats a minute, right? But what most people do is they count for 15 seconds and then they times that by 4, and that's their heart rate. So look at this patient. I don't think I have a stopwatch on it. Move me one. We'll just calculate it out real quick, just to say we did, right? Let's see. I gotta see if I can find my clock though and find a stopwatch. Okay, so let's see. So we'll start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. They times that by 4, so that's about 30, so that's about 120. They minus a little bit, it's like 126, which is a fast heart rate. A normal heart rate is 60 to 100. So they are having a little bit of tachycardia, but not enough that I'd be really worried about it. So we can take this off. Can I not? Let me take this off. We don't even need this. All right, we'll grab the fracture kit. We'll get them all nice and bandaged up here, and we'll take them to the hospital. Although honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just call transport for them, and then we can get on to some more calls because the driving is honestly like whatever. Everybody knows how to drive. You don't want to watch me drive around this whole fucking stream. So let's grab the medic bag, and we will request transport for them. We are the supervisor, and we can do that apparently. All right. Honestly, I could have played as. They do have like we call it a QRV in this game, or a. Wow. Now we'd have to be treating this other ambulance that just came on scene because they just wrecked. Also, why do they have a partner? We don't. That kind of irks me. But a fly car or QRV, which is quick response vehicle, so we could have played that and been like the chief, which would be interesting. But that dude just pushed that cop car like it's nothing. You can see how this game is not super accurate, but accurate enough for our sake. 2 vehicle collision. We're gonna hopefully get something that's not a car crash. Car crash is a very basic call. I want something else. I want the unconscious patients. That's a little bit more interesting. I want to do some actual CPR. and try and get somebody back. Because sometimes you're sitting there for 30 minutes trying to get this person back, and you can still get them back. It's not impossible. So, eventually, I don't know if a lot of people are going to watch this video or not, but eventually I would love to do a, just like where we just chat. Oh, a hit and run, possible bone fracture. Now that sounds like fun. Where I just talk about some of the calls I've had. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I could probably go on for like 2 hours with some of the calls I've had. I don't know if it's quicker to go right or left. Probably left. And just tell you some of the stuff I've seen as an EMT, and just talk about some of the interesting calls I have. But I do want to tell you, because we're talking about cardiac arrest and how we can get them back and stuff like that. I do want to talk. Sorry, my driving is awful because I'm not paying attention and talking. But I had a patient the other day. This was like 2 weeks ago. About something like that. This person, for my volunteer company, I just respond to my car. So I have lights and signs on my car, and I just respond and I meet them on scene. So the ambulance got there probably about 2 minutes before I did. I get on scene, and this dude is really pale, really sweating, and he's complaining of chest pain. All right, he's saying I have 10 out of 10 chest pain right here, pinpoint chest pain. So we did an EKG, right? We put him on the monitor. We picked the leads up, and in this game you do a 3 lead. You only put the three leads here, and here on them. In real life, you're doing a 12 lead. Well, you can do a 4 lead, but if you suspect a heart attack, you have to do 12. And that's more of a paramedic. Oh my god, what is this person doing? What are you doing? Pull over. Come on. You do 12 lead to make sure that they're having a heart attack, and that just gives you more angles of the heart to make sure that they're having a heart attack. So we did a 12 lead. This patient was definitely having a heart attack. So I was driving for this call. We had an EMT and a paramedic in the back of the ambulance helping attend to this person. So they're getting a couple IVs on the way to give them some meds. So we're going down to the hospital emergent because this person's having a heart attack. We're going to the hospital as quickly as possible because they are high risk to go into cardiac arrest and die on us. Halfway down to the hospital, they got the IVs. They put on defib pads to be safe, which is very smart because halfway down, I look back and they're doing CPR. All right, this person, we are going to have to flip around here and block a lane, possibly. They're kind of in the middle of the street. Looks like another hit and run. Yeah, it's just a hit and run. So we want to be safe here. So we're going to block this lane. In real life, there's no police. We could put some cones out. I probably would not put some cones out, though. We usually don't bother with cones. So doing CPR on this guy, and they shock him. They do 2 minutes of CPR, and then you shock. You do 2 minutes of CPR, and you shock. So they did 2 minutes CPR, they shocked him, got him back straight away, okay, which is a miracle. And he sits up on the stretcher and he looks at the medic and he's like, I think I passed out. And the medic was like, no, bro, like you just died and we just brought you back. And the medic afterwards was just stoked. She hadn't had a good call in a while. She was loving it. That's a good call. And there's a common saying, breathing, pulse found, conscious. Okay, this person's probably just got some trauma injuries then. In real life, we have a saying. It's not that we want you to get hurt. It's just that we want to be there when you do get hurt. Because that's our job. We find it fun. We want to help you. So this person could have a femur fracture because they have a possible bone fracture in the leg. So that's very serious. So we would use a traction splint on that if it's a closed injury. Yeah, so we use a fracture splint, and then we can just transport this person right away. And we're close enough to the hospital. I'm not going to call transport for them. I totally lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, it's just that we want to be there when you do get hurt, because that's our job. We find it is amazing. The routine calls like this, trauma, honestly gets very boring. You're watching movies, and they show trauma as being the cool thing, but it's so repetitive. It's such a basic call. We're just bandaging them up and take him to the hospital. But having medical calls where we have to diagnose what's going on with them, we have to figure out what medications to give them, that is the dream. And I just ran the stretcher on the side of the ambulance like a fool. What are you doing? Get away. This is. Would you get away? This is my patient. Okay. You need to get away from my patient. Okay. Obviously, this car could go around us. I don't know why they haven't. But... All right. So we've stabilized this patient. We know that they have a pulse. We know they're breathing. Like I said, we don't know vitals. The skin doesn't give us vitals. That's fine. So we don't need to drive emergent. And I'm just going to break the road laws here because I don't want to drive all day. I don't find that very interesting. We might switch vehicles here. I think we're going to switch to the fly car. We'll probably play this for like another 30 minutes or so. Do a couple more calls because I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying talking about it, if you can't tell. Like, this is what I do for a job. And I find it a lot of fun. I love my career. I love the teamwork of it. I love helping people. It's very rewarding. And I enjoy it a lot, so... And like I said, if people watch this video and if people like this video, we'll probably play some more of this, or games similar to it, and I can talk through it, how we do it in real life. I think that'd be a lot of fun and informative for people out there, on what we deal with on a daily basis. You know, it's not every day like this. A lot of times people abuse the 911 system. A lot of times we are just taking people who have dumb complaints. They're like, oh man, I stubbed my toe. They're like, that's the equivalent. Like some dumb bullshit. They're like, oh, you go to the hospital for this, and our job is not to tell you that you don't need to go to the hospital. Our job is to take you to the hospital if you want to go to the hospital, which is absurd, but happens. Oh, a gunshot wound. Okay, we will respond to a gunshot wound, but I do want to change vehicles. I think we can do that without the mission going away. Gunshot wound would be fun. I've never actually had a gunshot wound in real life. Why don't we take the SUV? That'll be cool. We can't even change first responder. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with the lights too much. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff. We're just going to save and take this car. Yeah, they do have some customization in this car. This game is pretty cool. Alright, we got the gunshot wound, so we'll take the... So now we'd be like the captain. Or like a paramedic responding in a fly car. Sometimes that happens. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is like me driving my car in real life. I drive my car and I get pretty fast in my car sometimes. Oh, I done messed up though. Obviously, you would want to drive a little bit more safer than this. And you'd stop here. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Allen Kick. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Alright, let's get up here and let's check out this gunshot wound. Man, this car is so much faster than the ambulance. That's why I told you, the ambulance is in real life slow as fuck. So I enjoy when I get to drive my car for my volunteer company. Alright, we're on scene. Obviously, we're going to have to call an ambulance for transport, but that's alright. Is this the gas station? I don't even know where the gas station is, but... Hello, man. How you doing today? We're out here just saving some people's lives today and enjoying every second of it, so... Alright. Let's check this person out real quick, see what's going on with them. Alright, let's inspect them, see what's going on here. They're breathing, they have a pulse, and they're conscious, so it's probably just going to be trauma. We'll see where they're bleeding at here. No, I'm just streaming here on Twitch. Alright, got pulses. Where's this gunshot wound? Okay, gunshot wound in the leg. So we will stabilize that. Yeah, it's a fun game, isn't it? It's it has a long way to go as far as like the ambulance realism and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm an EMT in real life. I don't know if you've watched the beginning of this, so I'm just kind of talking about what I would be doing in real life and how I'd be going about this. So I am talking a lot, so I'm getting a little distracted here. But all right, so let's bandage this lady up. Alright, beautiful. And then we can request transport for them, and then that patient will be all good to go. So, for just a gunshot wound, police gameplay, it's alright. I mean, I think there's probably some better police games out there. I think there's one they just came out with not too long ago. I can't think of the name of it, but I mean it's pretty enjoyable. But they don't have a ton of content, so there's not a lot of call variety. I don't know how much this game's going for. I bought this game months ago, so I'd have to see what the price is. If it's like $15, I'd say it's probably worth it. You probably get a couple hours of, at least a couple hours of fun out of it. So, all right, turn our lights off now. That ambulance is stuck and having some issues. Do I want to do a vehicle incident? I'll see what else pops up. So, I've been doing a lot of vehicle incidents, a lot of trauma. So. Alright, see what else pops up next. Yeah, I've been talking about like all the assessment stuff I'd be doing in real life, and I don't know if you guys are here for that, but alright, come on, what's this other call gonna pop up? I mean, that medic should have already had his stretcher. Like, I already did an assessment, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, so I'm playing as like the chief, would be the equivalent in real life, I guess, is what I'd be playing as right now. Because chiefs usually spawn in cars like this and then just call, or they just meet the ambulance on scene and help out or whatnot. Alright, so I got unconscious persons, go see what's going on with them. And driving in this game is a little wonky, but alright, got a red light, so in real life, have to change our siren tone, clear the intersection, make sure everybody stops, and let's go. And it's turning yellow, I'd probably just blow that in real life. Everybody's still gonna be stopped, so alright. And we need to like person's on the sidewalk. Oh, there's not really anywhere to park. So probably might have to block part of this lane, but alright, see what's going on with this person. Just unconscious. It doesn't look like this is trauma, so we're gonna see what's going on with this person. Alright, let's give a quick inspection. Not breathing, no pulse, unconscious. So we're going to be doing CPR, that's for sure. We don't know why they're unconscious. So maybe, you know, this guy is probably like a family member or something. So it'd probably be like, you know, what's their history? You know, like I said earlier, they died. Oh, they do have a bone fracture. So actually, this could be trauma. This could be a hit and run. We're going to do CPR. I have played multiplayer, yeah, but I'm just playing single player for now. Just 'cause it's a little bit easier to kind of talk through it and stuff like that. I haven't played this game in a while though. I don't know if the multiplayer, if you have like, if you all work together on a call, that would be, like, I really look forward to that. I'm not sure if they've implemented that yet or not, but I've totally lost track of what I'm doing here. I'm just talking a lot. So hold on, they're unconscious, not breathing, so we'd be doing CPR. So we'll start that, get the monitor on them. But yeah, I have played multiplayer before though, but like I said, I'll probably do a little bit of like firefighter and police in this too, but ambulance is what I work on in real life, so it's a little bit more to what I relate with. Alright, let's see what their heart rate is looking like. Alright, let's put these leads on here. So they're in VFib, so they definitely need to get shocked, and we need to keep doing CPR and try and get this person back. So let's shock them and see if we get them back here. In real life, we'd be doing 30 minutes of CPR and trying to get them back. So we'd switch back and forth between doing compressions and shocking. Okay, yeah, I might check it out. Probably not tonight, but I will check it out and do a little bit of multiplayer then. All right, let's keep doing some CPR here. Let's see if we can get this person back. I know they have a bone fracture, but that's like the least of my priorities. Unless it's like spurting blood everywhere, I'm not really worried about that. So, all right. Did a round of CPR, I'm gonna shock, clear, and still in VFib, so we'll just keep doing CPR. Yeah, so, like I said, this game's gonna make me fix the bone fracture, but in real life I would not be worried about that, because if we don't get this person back, they're dead, so what does it matter, right? Morgan's gonna come picking up, and you're gonna have a bone fracture, nobody cares. That's pretty cool. I mean, in real life you have PD too, so but you could do with just fire and the ambulance too. But usually PD will be on the scene to help us block off the scene. So get convict. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'll look into it. I'll probably look into it I have work actually the next 2 days, so probably in like 3 days I might play a little bit more of this and do some multiplayer. And yeah, see how that goes. All right, we'll do a couple more rounds CPR, but this person, like I said, they're probably not coming back at this point, but we'll see. We can try and stabilize the leg and then keep doing it. See if that game it works with the game, but I doubt it. All right. Well, we can try and stabilize the leg, but. All right. Let's see what we got here. Which leg was it? All right. So we don't know if this is a femur fracture or what, but if it is a femur fracture, that's pretty serious. So. Yeah. So in real life, we would not be transporting this patient at all. But. Just because there's no point. Either they're dead or they're not. We do CPR if we had this rhythm, because it's hard to do CPR in the back of a moving ambulance. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, are you just interested in first responder stuff, or are you a first responder in real life, Mr. Allen Kick? Are you just interested in it? CPR. We'll do CPR 2 more times. We'll always call an ambulance. See how it goes. Alright, and we'll shock one more time, and still VFib. Like I said, after 30 minutes of this, we just call it. But this game's gonna make us transport, so we'll call an ambulance to transport them. Alright, and let's request. Alright, beautiful. And let's put this back in the trunk. Interested, gotcha. Oh, escape convict. There's the escape convict one. We can go do that real quick. I don't think I've played that one, so where's this at? It's not showing up on the map yet. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to look at the fastest way here. Maybe take the highway up to that exit, but yeah, do you want to be? You have any desire to be like first responder or anything, or no? And if so, like, what's you most interested in? You interested in police, fire, stop at the intersection, clear it? Sorry, my driving's getting a little janky, but that's alright. Turn on my whale siren. Alright. Man, I'm just hitting all the red lights. In real life, red lights are killer, so. Gotcha. But which one are you interested in? You interested in fire, police, EMS, or all of the above? Man, this car, I love this car. This car is super fast. I was saying earlier, so I work as an EMT in Colorado, so there's not a speed limit law. You just have to drive with, we call it due regard, so basically safety of others. So I've gotten my car with my license sirens up to 105 before, which was a lot of fun. But that was on the highway, so it's not like I was going that much faster than highway speeds, but yeah, I've been working as an EMT for 3 years now, so, and I was saying I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy the teamwork of it, and I have 3 different jobs I work. So I'm a full-time EMT for a private ambulance company, so we also do like transfers. We do some emergencies out of nursing homes. I have my volunteer company, which I respond to my lights, and I just respond to my car, and I just sit at home and respond to that. And then I also am like a security guard / EMT at a senior living facility, which is interesting. So, all right, inspect the person. Oh man, you got the police officer and you got this dude here. Yeah, I haven't played this mission. All right, let's see what's going on here. In real life, I'm just gonna say this, but in real life, we would always prioritize the police officer first. That's just, we're always going to prioritize first responders first. That's just how it works. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Breathing, pulse found, conscious, possible neck injury. So we'll be putting a C-collar on this patient because they have a possible neck injury. But they have pulses. Like I said, sadly, I can't check vitals, so I don't know quite what's going on with that. But I could check their vitals. I might be doing a little bit more. You know, this person in real life would probably get an IV. I'd probably give them some saline, some fluids, just if they had a low blood pressure or if they have any blood loss. So let's put a neck collar on this patient. And yeah, we're not going to do anything else for this patient. So we'll call an ambulance for them. There we go. And let's grab my kit and let's go check this other person out. So I assume this is the escape convict, right? That'd be my guess. So, all right, let's do a quick inspection here. Not breathing, no pulse, unconscious, blunt trauma. Very unlikely survival rate if we have to do CPR on this person because their heart is probably crushed. So they're probably not going to come back from this, honestly. So a lot of times with blunt trauma, we don't even bother doing CPR in real life. But this game, you know, we'd probably do an EKG and we would see if they have a heart rate. You know, if they have a heart rate, they have a chance of coming out. But most likely they're an asystole, which is a flat line. I was saying earlier, flat line in real life, like the medical shows show you, if they're flatlined, they're going to start CPR, which is bullshit. Because if they're flatlined, they're dead. They're not coming back. There's no way you're going to get them back. All right, let's put the defib on here. See what these leads are saying here. So that's VTAC. I might get those confused, VTAC and VFib. I'm pretty sure that's VTAC though. That's more a paramedic skill than an EMT skill, but I definitely know that's a heart rate that we could be shocking, so we're gonna shock him. Oh, and we got normal sinus rhythm. So we did one round of CPR, got him back. So this person actually lived. So we don't need this stuff anymore. Check the ECG. What? I already checked them. I already know this person's alive. I saw that they're fine. This person's alive now, and they're gonna go to the hospital. What are you talking about the numbers for? Really? Really? Fine, I'm gonna do this. The game is not happy with me because I didn't check the rhythm, even though I saw the rhythm and they're in normal sinus rhythm. Alright. They're in normal sinus rhythm. What else? Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I did forget about the fracture, but whatever. Fracture could be a big deal. Not to say a fracture couldn't be a big deal, but where's the fracture could? There we go. Alright, let's fracture up the... That looks kind of like the humerus. So the upper bone of your arm, possibly. Or it could be the radius or ulna, which is kind of like the bottom parts of your arm. It's hard to tell from this, so... give me the kit. Ah, okay. It's gonna give it to me. Alright, let's transport. Alright, this patient is good to go. Alright, let's grab, let me grab this for whatever. There it goes. Oh, get out of here. Okay. And I'll try and remember to do like radio codes and stuff when I'm responding. Make it a little bit more realistic, so. Okay, I think that's all the patients, right? We got that patient. We have the police officer. Yep, looks like everybody's taken care of. And we'll wait for them to end this call and get off scene, and then we'll see what else drops here. Unconscious person. Do we want to do unconscious person? Sure, why not? Do unconscious. Where are we going? Going back to the city? All right. Sure, we'll take this little road. Ugh. Oh man. I don't think my car would be drifting this much in real life, but... Oh, jeez. Yeah, the driving is pretty janky in this game, not gonna lie. Oh, damn. Especially on this dirt road. I live on a dirt road, and I cruise at like 40, and I am not sliding like this, so... But yeah, I can't really go much faster than 40 on my road, so... What is this nonsense? Dumb intersection right here. Alright, let's go here. Alright. And get in the left lanes, try and cruise there. So I tell dispatch and gang, they'd, say whatever unit, tell us what the call is. I'd be like, alright, this is EMS Chief 1, we'll be 10-8 to this call. That's the code we'd use for that. Looks like traffic's alright. Yeah, I'm just cruising along here. Alright, almost there. Slow down a little bit. Alright. Slow down, stop, clear the intersection. It's hard to kind of look and drive in this game, but... Okay, turn off the siren now. Okay, up here. And we don't need to block the lane for this. And then I tell dispatch, dispatch is Chief 1. We are 1023 on scene. Alright. Time is 9. Alright, we'll probably do like 1 or 2 more calls and then call it a night. Alright, let's grab the medic bag here. Let's see what's going on with this patient. Alright, suspect this person here. Breathing, pulse found, unconscious. We don't know why they're unconscious. I'd be interviewing this person, asking what's going on. Asking what kind of medical history they have. Do they have diabetes? Diabetes is a big one. Were they acting funny? Do they say they were dizzy or lightheaded or having chest pain or something? Something that could help us out. This patient already has a pulse, so in real life we would not be doing an EKG because, well, we might be. It depends on what they're complaining. They're conscious, though. Or are they conscious? I don't remember now. I think they're conscious, so they can just tell us. If they're not complaining like chest pain, probably not going to be doing an EKG. And I forgot to freaking remove the clothes, because removing the clothes should be part of the EKG. So let's just remove it. Should not be a separate thing here. Okay. Technical and... Alright, see what's going on here. Check what your heart rate's doing here. And you're a normal size tech. Who would have thought? Who would have called that? Totally not me. Yeah. So that was just an unnecessary step because we already knew that he had a heart rate. If we could actually take vitals in this game, I would grab the monitor, but I'd be using the pulse ox, which is the thing you put on the finger, and that would tell me the heart rate, tell me how much oxygen they have on board. And then I could also get a blood pressure with that. But this game doesn't have that stuff implemented, so. And we'll request transport for that person. That was a pretty easy call. Honestly, I don't even know why this person going to the hospital. They have no reason to be going to the hospital as far as I know. They don't have a complaint. I don't know why they're, do they just fall? I don't know what's going on with them. Because I don't have to interview them in this game. But most likely in real life, they would not be going to the hospital because they don't need to. All right, we'll do one more call. I'll try and make it a good one though. And I still don't know where the gas station is. I kind of want to figure out where the gas station is. But I guess we'll just sit here for a second. Vehicle incident? Nah, we're gonna skip vehicle incident. See what else. Okay. Yeah, so I was working at my senior living place today as my security guard / EMT, and it was a very busy day. But I had a couple people that fell, so I had to help pick them up. And working at a senior living, it's very interesting. A lot of people just calling for falls, and this one lady I needed to. She fell, and she's ended up pooping herself, so I had to help clean her up. And yeah, it was very, very interesting day. That's not normal. Normally, we don't help clean people up, but today we did, so it's interesting. I also had a couple fire alarms. It's just an interesting environment to work at, so a lot different than regular EMS of working on the ambulance or doing 911 stuff. Escape convict. We're not gonna do that one again. All right, whatever the next one is, we'll take whatever the next one is. We'll do that, and then we'll call it a night. And like Mr. Allen Kick was asking, I will do a couple days. I'll do some multiplayer, and then we'll go back to probably we'll do some Subnautica again. We'll work on finishing up XCOM Chimera Squad. Still have ways to go on that, and we might play a little more Foundation too. I'm enjoying Foundation. Now we got the green screen. We can enjoy that in any game we play. Alright, got a vehicle incident. I said we're taking whatever the next one was, so we're doing the vehicle incident. That's a pretty interesting location. So we'll take not this exit, but we'll take the next exit. Also, I think it better in real life. Also, we don't really use the. I have 3, 4, and 5 for the lane assist thing. We generally as EMS, we're not dealing with that too much in real life. Usually, cops use that. We don't use that very much. So that's why I don't think to use it. But I mean, I could, but I'll try and use it on this mission. See how it goes. So stop sign, make sure we're clear. Clear. Shocking. Just kidding. Bad joke. What's a medic's favorite piece of candy? A lifesaver. Mm-hmm. I know, I am full of bad jokes in real life, so. I've used an AED before. Shocking, right? Yeah. My plethora of bad jokes. I have quite a few of them, so. I enjoy them quite a bit. Alright, almost there. This person needs to pull over. Alright, good. Close enough. Pulling over. Most people don't pull over in real life anyway, so. Alright, so we got a tow truck here. You need to chill. You need to stay right there. They already have the lane blocked, so we can pretty much park wherever. We just park right here, it doesn't really matter. And leave this car running. We got. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna do scene size. So really, in real life, I'd be like, we have 10:23, we're on scene. I'd be like, 2-car collision. I'd be given a scene size. 2-car scene size up. 2-car collision. 1 patient. 1 person up and walking. I'd come up, make sure this person's okay. My partner could check out the person in the car, but since there's only one of us, we'll go with do both. But this could happen in real life. There's just one person. The chief's on scene. The captain's on scene. Whatever it is. Alright, let's grab the medic bag here, and we'll inspect this patient and see what's going on here. Breathing, pulse found, conscious, possible neck injury. Neck injury is always assumed in a car wreck. It's just always assumed. If it's... So, we check people's mental stats in real life, right? So we ask them these questions I'm sure you've heard in the hospital a dozen times. So it's like, what's your name? Do they know their name? Do they know the year? Do they know where they're at? And then do they know... The last one's event. So it's person, place, time, and event. So event is one that people ask a lot is who's the president? And one I generally ask is because people hate Trump. So I generally... I'm not into politics, so don't even get started on politics. But I generally ask how many quarters... If I give you 6 quarters, how much money is that? And then obviously the correct response is $1.50, and that's the what I expect. So if they answer all those questions right and they don't complain of any neck pain, then I would not be giving them a C collar. But if they're confused at all, or they're complaining of neck pain, they will be getting a C collar. All right, so real quick. Before we stop here, I want to go figure out where the gas station is, because I don't even know where the gas station is. But we're not going to respond to any more calls, so I think that's good for calls today. We'll go check out the gas station and call it a night. Unless like a really cool call comes up, I guess we could do it. But, we'll make the ambulance, we'll make the peasants go run these calls, because we're the chief, and we can do whatever the fuck we want. Alright. Alright. Oh man, look at this driving skill. I'm like perfectly in the road, not speeding at all. But, in real life, we do speed occasionally in the ambulance without going to a call, and we do not get pulled over. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. We get away with some stuff that we shouldn't. We should be good law-abiding citizens and not abuse our power, but I have been clocked doing 15 over the speed limit and not been pulled over before. Which is not that much over, but like a normal car would probably get pulled over for that. So, alright. Where is... Probably on the other side of town, right? I'm just curious. I don't know where the gas station is. Like, What if we run out of fuel when I'm playing multiplayer, and I don't know where the gas station is? Is that the gas station? No, it's a diner. Let's see what's going on here. What's this? Is that my gas station? What is that? My gas station is something weird. There's the police station. I know it's like kind of on the outskirts of town, right? Probably to the right here, maybe. I mean, I gotta find it eventually, right? Nobody know where the gas station is? I'm gonna run out of gas. There's only one, right? I think there's only one gas station. Right, hold on, I guess I can just use the main map. I'm gonna keep going with the big map. Gas station. I think it's right here, isn't it? Boom. Oh. Well, oh, lag there, jeez. No, it's not right here. Is it that? No, that's some buildings, and that's not it. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're close. We gotta be close, right? There's only so many places it can be. No, just no more calls. We're not doing it. We're out of service. Oh, here it is. Gasoline. Alright, now how do I fuel this up? I wanna know how this works. Which side is the fuel tank on? Where's the fuel cap? How does this work? I am generally curious how to pump gas. Do we just plug it in anywhere? Hello? How do I plug this in? Oh, go away. Fuel. Where is the gas cap? How do I fuel this? Oh, it isn't. Oh, it is on that side. I'm just special. All right. I can't believe I. Yep, sorry. Can't believe I'm curious how to fill up a gas tank. But that was not in the game when I was playing before, so I find it kind of interesting. Adding gasoline. All right, fill it up. Hit and run. Vehicle engine must be turned off. That makes sense. It does make sense. I know this is what you guys all were looking forward to, watching me fuel up a car when we are still like above 3/4 of a tank. But all right. Now, is that pumping? Oh yeah, it is. All right. Beautiful. All right. Well. There we go. We filled up. I'm pretty happy about that. I gotta say. It's 9:15. I really should go to bed. But I don't know. I don't really want to go to bed, so I'm really not that tired, despite only getting like 6 hours of sleep last night. Maybe we could do one more call. What do you think? One more call. All right, we'll do one more call. We'll see what else comes our way. Maybe something fun will come our way. I'm enjoying this game a little bit too much. I don't know why. I do this for a living, and yet it still is just fascinating to me. I don't want a car crash. So car crash is so basic. Like the most basic game. Most basic call. I don't know why I said that, but. Oh man, we're using gas just sitting here. Look at that, we've already used 0.5%. I don't even know how much that would be in real life, but it's not good, right? It sucks up gas, so. Alright, escape convict. Sure, why not? We'll do the escape convict. Is that in multiple places? Where's that going? Is that in the same place? We'll do this last call and then we'll call it. Alright, so it's right around the corner too. See, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, there we go. Alright. And let's take a turn here. And let's go see what's going on here. Alright. And we're already on scene. That was real quick. And we can, so we would need police backup. For sure. And we need fire to block for this, because this is blocking like the whole intersection. So the best way I can block, though, would probably be this. This would be the best way I can block it. with my little car, my little rinky-dink car. So we got one person here. We got the convict there. Let's take care of that. Excuse me. All right, police officer first. It's always gonna be police officer first. Sorry. Neck injury, of course. Car crash. What else do you expect? Got pulses, so we don't need to do CPR. He's alive. That's all we really care about. I mean, it's not all we care about, but that is a major thing. If they're alive, if they're dead, then I guess we care even less, actually. All right, neck collar, and that's all we have to do. That's it. Wait, what the freak? Spreaders. That's not something I'd be. That is something the fire would be doing. All right. Let's grab the medical bag and let's go check this dude out. I just put the kid on his face. Oh man. All right. Breathing, pulse, unconscious. So alive. So we don't need to check an EKG. We do not need to check an EKG. But this game is going to make us check an EKG, which is dumb. Possible bone fracture. Got a pulse there. Got a pulse there. Got a pulse there. Defib. So dumb. So dumb, but I'll use the EKG just to make him happy. Alright, let's grab EKG, which is in. Alright. Here's the EKG, and you know what I forgot to do again? I forgot to. I'm disappointed in myself. Why does the EKG keep disappearing? Why can I not put down the EKG? Some of the stuff. Wait. Does this just say I can grab a stretcher? Okay, I was like, what? No stretcher in this shit. Alright. Put these leads on. Alright, look at that. Who would have guessed? They're in sinus tech. They're in sinus rhythm, which is normal, and they're fine. And we're just going to bandage them up and send them on their way. Alright. What is going on here? This is why we need fire blocking this lane. So this bullshit doesn't happen. Or even this other ambulance. This other ambulance could block this lane. It would be fine. But no. Alright, here, get your arm bandaged. Oh my god, what is going on? Ah, jeez. You are the most incompetent EMT ever. Why are you doing this? Or a medic. Let's not be jobbist, it could be a medic. And we're gonna call another one of these incompetent bitches to come transport this person, so there you go. Alright, call done. I'm just gonna leave my shit here, I don't even care. Don't even care, this is a shit show because we don't have fire blocking the lane. Alright. Alright, we're gonna drive back to the hospital and we'll call it a night there. We're gonna get like an hour and a half of gameplay in. And as Mr. Allen Kick was asking, yes, I intended to play this for like one session and see where it went, but it looks like it could be, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So, I'll play some multiplayer. We'll play a little bit of multiplayer in a couple days when I'm back online. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll put that on the schedule. I'll schedule this out. We'll play some other games too, though. I don't want to only play this game because this game is as much fun as it is. It's gonna get boring fast. Trust me. A lot of the call types are the same until they add more calls. So we'll go back to our little. Oh man, if the game hadn't throws, that might have been perfect. I'm gonna blame it on the lag. Alright, perfect. Turn off the car. Radio silence, F3. Alright. We'd go into the EMS lounge, which they have closed right now, which is very disappointing. But I want my free snacks. I'd be going into the EMS lounge, getting my free snacks, and then we'd be going back to the station and hopefully taking a nap. Because in EMS, we love our naps, and we get paid to sleep a lot, which is amazing. Love getting paid to sleep. So All right, well, that I think is all for today. Like I said, we'll be back. What's today? It's Tuesday, so I get off work Friday morning. Um, so we'll play this Friday. I don't know quite what time. I'll go look at the schedule real quick and I'll schedule that. But we will do some of this Friday, and I think we'll do some XCOM and we'll do Subnautica. I'm not sure yet. I still want to wait a little bit on Subnautica. We could probably do some Foundation though. Maybe some Space Crew too. Space Crew we haven't played too much recently, so we do need to play a little bit more of that. But I'll make sure to schedule that up, and we'll probably have a pretty full day of playing game. Um, Especially now I got the green screen. I love having the green screen. I just keep looking over and seeing myself over there, and that's pretty great. I never thought. I really thought I'd be streaming on Twitch, and here I am, and it's been a lot of fun so far. We'll keep it going, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'm really interested to see if anybody's interested in learning more about EMS. I'd love to teach about it. If you guys have any questions when I'm playing, feel free to ask. If you want to hear stories about the calls I've had, I'll probably do, like I said, a session, like here and there, about talking about recent calls I've had or calls I've had when I started this, and the interesting calls and what we did for those patients, and just general stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.